and welcome to Critical Strike, episode 47. I'm Josh McNell, and here with me is Bill Haberman.
Hello.
And Mr. Kyle Dumont.
You introduced him before you introduced me.
Once again, the guest is always better than Kyle.
Asshole. The guest is supposed to go last. It's supposed to be like, and guest starring.
Here to wreck the show.
Well, Kyle, when we
You're
had
doing a
Paul
fine
on,
job.
what did I do?
I don't remember. That was like 2 years ago.
Last February, but I introduced Paul
Okay, a
first,
year
and my
ago.
reasoning back then was I like the guest more than you.
Oh,
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
So Nancy would always be listed first?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who it is, Nancy, you, Pete, Mick Phillips of the Fanboys. It doesn't matter. They're always higher than Kyle. I like to make a critical strike sandwich is what I do. Okay? I'm a piece of bread, you're the bacon, and then Kyle's a piece of bread.
Can I be turkey instead?
Well, that's not a critical strike sandwich. That's a critical strike guest sandwich.
Well,
See, a critical strike sandwich would imply that we are the meat, not the bread.
well, Kyle, all I'm doing is just... Okay,
Unless you're making some sort of awesome meat sandwich.
It's one of those
where,
open-faced
like,
sandwiches.
It's burger patties just holding together like ham or
No,
something.
see,
Okay.
Kyle is
And
the
the burger
bread,
patties are
Josh
the
is the
bread.
meat, and I am merely the condiment of your choice.
yeah.
Well, we need another piece of
No,
bread.
it's an
unless you're doing
open
some
face,
Stupid,
see?
like.
And there's some gravy
I see.
involved. That'd be the games.
Well, who's the gravy?
The games.
Okay.
Would a better analogy be than wear the Snuggie on Bill?
No Snuggies.
I totally bought my mom and stepdad Snuggies for Christmas because it's hilarious.
God, you're so fucking gay.
I've been looking for that Street
It's
Fighter
a
4
fucking
Snuggie.
blanket. It's a blanket.
It is a blanket,
Yeah, that's all it is. You could buy.
but it has
Kyle.
sleeves.
I'm getting that Street Fighter 4
Yeah,
Snuggie.
that is pretty cool.
Wait, what?
There's a Street Fighter 4 Snuggie.
Oh, Jesus Christ, John.
I'm gonna find it. It will happen.
It exists somewhere.
Yeah. Nobody's been able to find it, but I will. And I'm totally gonna beat people up while wearing my Snuggie.
Then send them pictures.
All right. So, we have Mr. Bill Haberman here from the PSNerds Podcast.
That's right.
And, we've kind of been collaborating and being friends as of late. Critical Strike and you guys.
Yeah. A lot of late night Skyping, talking about
Oh.
wonderful 80s movies.
You guys have had both of us on, me and Kyle. And we've never had you guys on, so I figured now it's time to kind of have one of the guys on.
Return the favor.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And we don't have many guests, Kyle. Now if you think back on it, we haven't had too many.
No, we've had Chia Hippo, we've got Thrill House, and then Paul.
And that's about it.
Well, you guys would.
Those three.
You guys like to just kind of not do shows if you guys are busy instead of like trying to get people to fill in. So
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Which I guess kind of... Nice segue, Bill.
Ooh.
Hey. We didn't have a show because I got...
Somebody was sick.
Yeah, I got really
Josh.
sick.
Hit pork AIDS.
Can't we just have one podcast where one of us isn't sick or in the hospital or grievously injured or, dead?
Well, Kyle, I'll tell you what. You try that first, and then I'll try, because you've delayed like more podcasts than I have because you're always in the hospital.
Look, I've been good the past few months.
Oh, I'm giving you total credit. You haven't been hit by a car since you left Philadelphia.
I'm knocking on wood right now just because I want to keep that true.
So yeah, I got really sick. I had a really nasty flu. And then the week after that, we talked about doing one, but then it was Thanksgiving, and Kyle obviously couldn't do it because you went back to Philadelphia, didn't you?
Yeah, I hightailed down to Philly, surprised a bunch of people, said my hellos, hung out with Nance. It was good times.
And so here we are. We're back. But I did, I released the critical music to kind of make up for it for the people.
It's not a very good substitute. I like hearing you guys.
I talked on that critical music because of you fuckers.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Oh, did you? I didn't even listen to it
Neither
yet.
did I.
I did the full, here's 4 songs, I'm going to talk about them. Here's 4 more, I'm going to talk about them.
I like it when you do that.
I don't.
Everyone likes it, Joe.
I know. You just gotta suck it up.
I hate it. But I did it. I did it for you guys, and guess what? You didn't even listen to it, so...
I'm saving it. I'm going to clean my house tomorrow, and that's when I listen to those things. It makes for good cleaning background noise.
I'm officially announcing now that that's the last critical music because of the PS Nerds. They killed it.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't put that on my shoulders.
No, it's too late. Bear that weight. You bear it.
I'll pick it up. It'll just be Super Mario over and over and over.
Yeah, you guys have Nerds Radio, and then it's just Super Mario Brothers music, and occasionally you'll spice it up with like the Underworld theme.
Ooh, that would be fancy.
Nope. I'd listen actually because I love the Super Mario Brothers music.
It is pretty fantastic.
So I suppose that we should get right into it. Because I don't have much to say, and that's actually why we have a guest, because we're hoping he would bring something of substance that we could.
You're a liar. I know you've been playing games. Ass Man's Creed, a whole slew of things.
No.
You're a liar.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I haven't even touched Borderlands.
I mean, I've played Assassin's Creed, but yeah, I'll talk about that after. But I'm going to have Kyle go first.
Okay, game-wise, I haven't really been doing much. I've been working my ass off, which has, been my mantra since I moved up to, Connecticut again. But an interesting thing happened to me probably 3 or 4 weeks ago.
You got your first pube.
Well, besides that.
You got your period.
Again, besides that.
Okay.
And it wasn't my period. It was... I had to go to see a doctor, get some
Once again,
stuff.
This goes back to why we didn't have an episode. Kyle had to go to the doctor.
You got your first clap?
Venereal diseases aren't the... actually.
It clears up, man. It's a price to pay.
It burned when I peed. But it was a really windy day on a Friday. I went to a bar for a friend's going-away party. I opened my car door, stepped out, popped open my phone, my NV3, and was looking at a text message.
Oh boy.
It was a particularly windy day. The wind caught the car door smacked my arm, which was holding the phone, by the way, and that phone sailed across the parking lot and into the street.
Oh,
where I said, oh crap, I really hope it didn't break. And as I approached the phone, I saw in the corner of my eye a FedEx truck, and it was a race against time between me and the FedEx truck. Unfortunately,
I could just see Kyle running into the car, like Hancock style, right? Like when the train hits Hancock.
Yeah.
Just running in, picking up his phone, and then the FedEx truck just hits him, and all you see is an imprint of a Canadian moose and its antlers in the front of the FedEx truck.
Somehow there's antlers you don't see. That's classic. Continue.
Oh. So, the first series of tires ran over the phone. I said, oh, it's still in one piece. It's still good. It's still good. And then the other tires ran over it.
Oh, no.
So I had to wait a good 5 or 10 minutes to run into the street to pick up the shards of my phone. And next Saturday, I decided to get a new phone.
Nice. What did you get, Kyle?
I wound up getting the Motorola Droid.
Nice.
Which is my very first, smartphone and nice phone.
I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Because you are an Apple guy.
I am.
And, they have the iPhone. Steve Jobs invented cell phones, as we know. We've been over this. And I thought that you were going to eventually get an iPhone.
I thought about it. I had wanted an iPhone for a long time. But two of my friends have iPhones, and I've just been hearing their complaints since they've got them.
Right.
one of the big things is they just got MMS, 3 months ago?
After 2.5 years.
That's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's painful. That was a pain. Because I have an iPhone.
Go on.
I had the original Edge iPhone, and then I upgraded to the 3G. So it was a long and painful wait to get MMS.
Jesus. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Their complaints. You completely derailed me.
You're talking about the Droid.
You didn't want the Apple. Why?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. After I'd gotten over my pretty much sour grapes, I'm too good for the iPhone. I heard about the Android G1 for T-Mobile. But unfortunately, I hated T-Mobile.
And that thing has really bad battery life.
Yeah, it also has a chin.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
It has like a Jay Leno chin.
Oh, that's awesome.
It just has like this weird thing that just juts off the bottom of it
You can just
for no reason.
rub that up against your junk.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a back scratcher, but I suppose you could do that too.
We're along the same lines.
Yeah, and then I hated T-Mobile, so I upgraded to the NV3 when I got my new phone last year, and then I heard rumors of the Droid. Saw the commercials for the Droid. I'm like, that's a phone, and I actually like that. And then the catastrophe happened, so I said, why not? So I made the plunge.
Bonus. And it does everything it says it's supposed to?
Yeah, I'm having a pretty good time with it.
So you've had it for a couple weeks now, right?
I have.
Oh, yeah, and so it's pretty safe to say, like, if there are any problems, you already know about them.
Yeah, I do have some small complaints. I'd never had a smartphone before, or anything with a touch interface. So, getting used to the lack of a tactile number pad took a while.
Yeah.
I'm used to just, feeling around for the keys and then pressing them down. Just kind of reach in there, rub around some stuff.
Yeah, sexual innuendo, yep.
Yep. So, that was a bit awkward, but the Droid helps because it has a slight... There's tactile feedback.
Yeah.
So it'll vibrate just slightly whenever you touch a soft key on the screen.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think that would kind of freak me out.
Well, it's giving you some feedback that you're actually pushing something and not just, mashing your screen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can see it being a really good thing. It's just, the little vibration that it gives off, I think it would take some getting used to, especially coming from an iPhone, where it feels like I'm just pressing on a mannequin. But, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
There was a couple problems. Like, I'll admit, I'm really interested in getting a Droid. As a current iPhone owner, I've been looking at the Droid for like the last week because a good friend of ours, Dave the Cripple, ended up getting one. And we've been going back and forth, like, my phone's better. No, my phone's better. Steve Jobs invented cell phones. Oh, yours doesn't even have a calendar. How does it feel to not be cool? But, so I've been looking at it a lot, watching, reviews of it, reading on it. One of the problems I've been hearing a lot about is the speaker will just randomly go half volume on a lot of people's phones. And the only way that you can fix it is to do a hard reboot of the machine itself, the phone.
I've never had that problem.
Okay.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll take a restart here and there in order to have personalized text ringers, bud.
Okay, and then another problem that I've been hearing about is, say you're on a call, and then the call is ending, and you pull the phone away from your face. Now, it's the sensor that would kick the screen back on doesn't kick back on right away.
Yeah, that's a problem I've had. My workaround is there's a lock button. If you tap that, it'll show the screen immediately, and you just hit the end button.
Okay. Because some people are like, it was 3 minutes before it came back up.
Yeah, those people are retarded. I figured that out. I thought that's what you had to do. I didn't know that there was a face sensor. I just figured that there was a face sensor out, last week.
Yeah, apparently that's a software bug from what I'm hearing, and they're going to be fixing it. But because like I said, I really want the Droid, but every time I'm at the point where I'm like, I'll get it, I just find a problem that makes me go, I better ask Kyle and Dave before I kind of make a decision here, because that's a big step going from like AT&T back to Verizon, buying a new phone just to find out I don't like it. Now I can't go back to AT&T because I got rid of it.
Ooh, couldn't you just sign up and then if you don't like it, don't they have like a 2-week satisfaction type deal or something?
I was thinking about doing that.
I think they do.
Yeah, like not transferring my number over right away and using a different one. I've been thinking about it.
I'm sure you can do that. Just talk with them. They'll work with you.
Yeah. What do you think about like the syncing your contacts and everything through Gmail and Facebook and all this other shit, Kyle?
I thought it was absolutely terrifying because I didn't know that it would take a look at your contacts, and when you log into Facebook for the first time, it would take a look at your Facebook contacts and then merge them. So, I went on Facebook for the first time, went to bed, I woke up, and then there were all these pictures of my phone book contacts were like, instead of a little robot man, it was their face. I'm like, I don't remember doing any of this.
Yeah, like if I change my picture on Facebook and when you go to sync again, it'll change it to what I made it again.
Yeah. And it'll auto sync. It'll like sync every minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So far, your impressions are really good.
Yeah, I have 2 complaints.
Okay. Bill's gay.
The first...
Well, that's not really a complaint.
Well, that's just a given. The first is it took me a while to get used to, 1, unlocking the phone, and 2, answering a call.
You just slide your finger over.
I know. I've always had a tactile, like, this is the answering button, not a vague gesture.
Okay, and let me guess, your other one is the end call.
No, that's fine. My other problem is using the physical keyboard, which I've just sort of done away with because it's not that great.
I've heard a lot of people don't like that keyboard.
But it'd be fine if your fingernails were longer, like just slightly longer, but I chew on my thumbnails, so
like
it's really hard for me to press the keys.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems to be hit or miss. A lot of people seem to be saying, oh, I really like the keyboard, and then a lot seem to be saying, I really don't like it. I guess like the saving grace is you can have the virtual keyboard if you want it.
Yeah, the virtual keyboard's fantastic. I love that thing.
You got any questions, Bill?
Well, I know a lot of times when I pick up phones, some of the first things I look at is like how easy is it to like reply to text messages?
You could do one of 2 ways. You could use the standard, you just unlock and you click on the messaging icon, and then it will save whole conversations.
Okay, that's what my Palm does.
So so you'll have all the text messages between you and one other person. I've actually downloaded an application which allows it to like have a pop-up screen whenever you get a text message.
Yeah, like the iPhone.
And you can do an instant reply, you can close it, or you can hit the microphone button and actually do speech to text and reply that way.
That's cool.
That's one thing I like in all the research I've been doing. I definitely love about the Android and the Android marketplace itself. Not so much like the Droid hardware, but like how open that operating system is. By the way, the Bruins just scored again. But
Bones. So did my team. Very fancy.
Is that like, if you don't like the web browser, you can go on the marketplace and download like the Dolphin browser, and like you can replace almost any aspect of that phone you don't happen to like with a different application. It's just it's that open, and that's like coming from an iPhone. That is like a boner to me, where I can't even change, like how we were talking about earlier. I can't set like, I'm getting a text message, I want to use like this custom clip for a sound notification. I can't do that for text messages. It's so closed, and it's really pissing me off.
Yeah, there's about like 8 highly rated MMS programs on here. I'm just using one that just pops it up. I'm still using the Android's basic MMS program. But or SMS rather.
The thing is too, I've been noticing like there's different types of Android. Like since it's open, a company like HTC can take it and be like, we're going to change this and make this our own part. But then, like, with the Droid, they have Android with Google. So it's tapped into everything that Google has, like Latitude, which Kyle and I are using now.
Yeah.
Gmail with the syncing, everything. So if you do get one, it seems like going with the Android with Google is a better way to do it.
Oh, absolutely. The Google Maps for the Droid, the Verizon Droid, is probably the best navigational software I've ever used ever.
And it's free,
especially
right?
It's absolutely free.
Comes with it, yeah.
Yeah, it just comes with it.
Especially on a phone, too. Like, I was watching a video. The guy just walked in. He stepped into his car, put the phone in the dock. It automatically kicked on navigation. He pressed the button. He said, the business name that he was looking for. And boom, it just started navigating him there right away.
The thing is, that's not bullshit. It actually does that. I've used the microphone to get directions for multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Because of my work, I drive a lot. And this thing has been spot on. You just have to say it clearly. You just can't rush it.
Right.
But if you say it clearly, it'll pick it up, and you just hit navigate, and you're there.
I mean, the iPhone has some similar things, and apps that Google has released has the voice-to-speech stuff, but not with navigate and shit like that. It's really impressive. It seems like they've used the iPhone as their testing ground to perfect their own operating system, which I really like.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, I don't know, man. I'm at the point where it's like, there's really nothing holding me back now.
Well, that was my question. I mean, like, is the iPhone thing just because of all the little apps and games? Because, like, with my iTouch, like, I'm finding, like, the only thing I use on that now is really just, like, Twitter and, scanning the internet a little bit. Like, is there any, like, major apps, like, you can't live without anymore?
No, because every app that was on the iPhone, you're now starting to see on the Droid, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, there is literally nothing holding me to the iPhone anymore.
I say you go look into the satisfaction thing. Give it a try for a few days and find your complaints, and if you can live with them, pull the trigger.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you? Are you thinking about it?
I got like 5 months left in our contract, and then it's going to be a pretty good look. I really don't like the Alltel network, which is what Verizon bought out here a while back.
Yeah,
but
I remember that.
The thing is, it's just like the phone it just seems like it has so many cool things that, God, it's a fucking cool phone, man. And I hate Apple, so it kind of works out.
It just seems to do like everything the iPhone does and just as good, but in other areas 10 times better.
Well, we should bring up, though, like,
camera flash.
The user interface, some people are saying, is a little bit more complicated, which is rubbish to me because I could care less. Like, the iPhone is just like there's dots and you press a dot when you want it to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that Android is completely, from what I've been reading, I again can't attest to this, but it's completely customizable. And then there's an app to add on to a different app. So, like, if I don't like something about the browser, I can download this to go with the browser, kind of like a Firefox plugin.
Cool.
And it'll just change it.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff like that. Like, how can you not desire things like that?
The only thing at this point that is holding me back is I use iTunes for everything, like podcasts and everything. So, like,
yeah, the media player, I've used it a few times. It's okay. I mean, it's not doesn't have the sleekness of the iPod. But,
like, the thing with that is I can use my iPhone at that point if I don't sell it as an iPod Touch.
Yep. Another really nifty thing is Google Labs Listen, which will pretty much just scan and automatically download your podcasts for you.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, I think there's a ways around it. But I mean, honestly, shouldn't that be a complaint directed at Apple because they don't let other devices sync to their stuff?
Yeah, that iTunes isn't open.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
There's actually an open source program. If you give me a second, I can give you the name, but it's what I use now to load music onto my Droid. Huh. And it's pretty much an exact clone of iTunes.
But I mean, like, the whole thing is like, too, like, I can always use an external device to listen to podcasts that I do.
Oh, it's called Double Twist.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Double Twist. Okay, yeah, Dave was telling me about that actually. But I can use the iPhone still for podcasts and my music and just manage all that through iTunes. But like even then, do I need to? Because like on the Droid, I can have Pandora open while doing stuff on the phone. Whereas like if I do it on my iPhone, I can have Pandora open and just Pandora. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's really come in handy. Does the Apple handle zip files at all?
I believe it does.
The iPhone? Yeah.
What about like things that are kind of a little bit like say like an Excel file or a PDF? Like does it do any of that?
You can buy an app that does it, or you can just download a free app which just uses Google Docs.
Cool.
To open up that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that is.
It seems like
neat.
Everything that you would think that you would want, they have an answer to already.
Yeah, I mean, like everything I've asked him, like he's like, oh yeah, they have that. Yeah, it's got that.
And like I said too, like I can do more on it rather than just being like, oh, I'm using Pandora. I can't, close this out and talk to Kyle. Whereas like on the Droid, I can listen to Pandora and talk to Kyle, talk to Dave, use navigation,
Yeah. I mean, I'm a guy that I like having the internet on my phone, but it's not like a requirement. I'm near a computer almost the entire day, so it's not that big of a deal, but all these little trinkets and little like bonuses are kind of neat. If somebody sends me a PDF, I can just look at it. I don't have to transfer it to the computer or email it to another account. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
The one thing I really liked about it though is like one guy was doing a battery test on it. And
holy shit, the battery lasts a while on this.
Yeah,
really.
Like it lasted almost all day, running music constantly. And what it does is actually it shows you what applications are using more battery.
Oh, like, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So if you're running navigation at the same time, it'll be like navigation is using 50% of the battery, the screen is using 25% of the battery, Pandora is using like 1% of the battery.
That's pretty cool, man. Why do you still have their iPhone?
I don't know.
Honestly, like you're the kind of guy that seems like you would take such a full advantage of the new phone, the new hotness. I'm surprised you don't make the jump.
Here, I'll give you an example of my battery use. It's been 7 hours and 22 minutes since I've last charged it. This has been moderate use. I have 70% of the battery life remaining. Let's see, battery use. The thing that used up the most power was the display, which it makes up 38% of the use.
Yeah.
Voice calls for 25, idling for 9. Cell standby, which is when you're out of service range, 8%.
Yeah.
The operating system used 6, Google Maps 4, Core Apps 4%, and the browser 3%.
Dude, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know, man. There is literally nothing keeping me on the iPhone right now. And like I would do the early termination fee just to get rid of it. I'm at that point.
Oh, so you're not out of a contract yet?
No.
Well, that's
because
what
with the
you should have
iPhone,
brought up.
Well, no, see, I am the type of person though that I don't care about something like that. I'll pay to get rid of something if I don't like it.
Yeah, but what's the penalty?
AT&T's is $175, and for every month that you were in the contract, it's $5 off.
Oh, I'm currently running 7 programs simultaneously as well.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. So, I'm running one, Kyle. Leave me alone. But yeah, it's $175, and for every month that you've been in the contract, it's $5 off. And with the iPhone, though, you're only allowed a 2-year contract. You cannot get a 1-year contract.
Yeah, and you can with Verizon.
Yes, I hate getting 2-year contracts.
Dude, then I don't. We didn't even ask. What was the cost then for the 1-year contract?
For 1-year contract, I think it's like maybe $60 more.
Then I mean, just go try it. I mean, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? You say you don't like it, and then you know.
Yeah.
Game
Kyle
over.
seems really happy with his. Like I said, our friend Dave the Cripple is ecstatic about his. He absolutely loves it.
Well, then you can be like a pretentious jerk about it too. It's like, oh, iPhone? I didn't realize it was still yesterday. I guess I have this.
But what I've been doing is like Dave will be like, oh man, I just loaded Pandora on my Droid, and I was like, oh yeah? Well, I'm using the phone that Steve Jobs invented. How does it feel to be a loser? You Motorola faggot.
Steve Jobs.
I'm using Slacker.
I like Slacker.
I don't know, man. It's getting tough. So, alright, enough of the Droid. I can't talk about it anymore. What else,
Dude,
Kyle?
Just bear down and grab it.
Grab you.
All right. Sounds fair. I'm in.
Move on, sir.
The droid is pretty much... Oh, this is big news. I hit 80 in WoW.
Wow.
Nice.
It's very fancy.
So now I'm enjoying endgame content.
Finally.
Which means I'm fishing. And fishing can go fuck itself.
That's right, because you're not like in a guild and actually raiding or doing anything like that.
No. I'm in the Fast Karate Guild.
On that character, I thought you were on the other server.
Nope.
Oh, what server are you on now?
Ysera.
Oh, okay.
The one where you were a dickbag in the guild that I made.
And then I left the guild.
Dude, just start playing again. Everyone's having a fun time. They all like you.
If I play again, I'm playing on Black Dragonflight. I'm sorry.
All right. Fair enough.
I would start, actually, I've never really played that game, but I would probably give it a chance if I had somebody to play it with, because I didn't have anyone. So if you would start a new character, I might actually give it a chance.
You two could do the invite a friend thing and get the triple experience.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. But then Nancy would kill me, because if the three of us were in a group and I was getting triple experience and she wasn't, she'd get angry. She got pissed at me when I was like 2% ahead of her.
This is why, like, MMOs, I just go and do my own thing. I never try to play with anybody else.
Well, the Star Trek one that's coming out, I could see that happening for me. Like, I could care less about anyone else there. I just want to roam around the galaxy. I think that's going to be my first one, I think.
I don't know. Maybe, like, WoW has the 10-day trial. I can send you a trial.
No, I'll send him a trial.
Okay, Mr. Happy Pants.
I've tried it before, but yet again, it was just by myself. So, like, I think I have a character that's probably sitting at, like, I don't know, 10? I have no idea.
It's fun. It's fun if you're with a group of friends. It really is. Like, like I said, if I played again, I would be on Black Dragonflight with all the other guys that I know. I mean,
you wouldn't be on the official Critical Strike Guild, the Awesome Brigade.
Yeah, that is not the official Critical Strike Guild.
Hey, I called it. You didn't. So yeah, it's the official Critical Strike podcast guild.
Where I wasn't even a higher power in it. I was a dickbag.
Yeah, but
you were a dickbag because you logged on just say, "Ha, I made a character on here. See ya, punks."
Yeah, that is kind of a dickbag move, man.
Fuck you! Don't be what do you taking the Canadian side?
Yeah, don't forget, I'm the meat of the sandwich.
All right, so that's it. That's all, Kyle, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You're a fucking loser.
I've been working like 110 hours every 2 weeks.
Cut off. Done. Move on.
All right, fine. It's your turn.
No, I'm letting Mr. Haberman go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no one wants to hear about me.
Oh, feeling. Don't run. It's just baby diaper. What sick man sends diaper to fight me? What sick man sends diaper to fight me? Fight me, coward. Day. Kiss me. It's good. Fight like babies. Little man. I think someone soiled diaper. Not good, you mean nothing to me now. Your luck runs out. Uh-oh. I'm coming for you. Keep crying, baby.
I want to hear about you.
I want to hear about you.
I've just been working Kyle's hours and playing Dragon Age and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's one thing. I want to hear about Ratchet and Clank from you.
I really like it. You have to understand, I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan now. So like,
I know this, but on the last episode, I talked about my experience with Ratchet and Clank, and I was having some problems with like the camera.
See, I have none. Like, I think it's just so ingrained in me. I haven't given that one thought, so I don't know what to tell you.
But there were times when like I would jump up against a wall, and the camera would like clip into me.
Really?
Yeah, it was just it didn't happen a lot.
Have you played all the other ones? Is this like your first one?
I've played a couple of the other ones. I've never played like the whole series, and I love Ratchet and Clank.
Sure,
but yeah, I had a little bit of some problems with this. I'm not done with the game. I'm definitely going to keep playing it, like I said on the last episode.
Yeah, I should say I'm not that far. I think I just cleared like the 3rd planet, but you know, a lot of the stuff that I like is like I'm back in the day. I was a big Star Fox N64 fan,
Right.
and like the space stuff in Ratchet used to be that, and this one's not quite that, but it is kind of fun, just like doing all those little side things. And I think that's probably the stuff I'm enjoying the most. It's just like the stuff between levels. Like the levels themselves are just like they've always been, but like it's the extra stuff that kind of makes us feel a little bit more fresh.
And I'm totally in love with the Clank levels.
I wanted to hate it so much because like when I started off as Clank, I was like, this is not going to make me happy, but they're pretty cool.
Well, when I first tried the demo, the Clank demo was released first. So that's the one that I tried. And you had no reference of where you were coming from on this. So I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved the demo for the fact that it was Ratchet and Clank, but like I didn't like where I was or what I was doing because I had no reference to it.
Sure.
But when I got to that part in the game, I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Because now you know what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, I could see them getting like to the point where if they're actually kind of difficult, where I could get kind of frustrated and get tired of it, because there's a large portion where you're just kind of sitting around to give yourself enough time to do things as like the next time fold, whatever you want to call it. But it's pretty inventive, you have to give it that.
Yeah.
They've somehow found a way to keep that game kind of fresh feeling.
What do you think about them saying this might be the last one?
It makes me sad. It makes me excited to see how this is going to end, but it does make me kind of sad. Because honestly, I'm a guy who fucking hates... What's their other one they've been pushing?
Resistance?
I fucking hate Resistance. That game is rubbish. And
yeah.
For them to say no more Ratchet and probably more Resistance, like it's just like... I hope you got something else in the queue. Because your guys you're too creative and too funny and too smart to throw away into games like Resistance. Like, you have to have something else in the pipeline then.
But the problem is, like, you look at, like, because Insomniac came up with Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch, right? And Sucker Punch has gone on and done other things outside of Sly Cooper. And Naughty Dog has gone on to fucking basically take over the world.
Yeah, well, Naughty Dog's amazing, but Sucker Punch,
Well, the Sucker Punch is more of an artsy group.
Yeah.
People love their games for like the art and story and stuff, but Insomniac kind of, especially going into this generation, they really seem like they've gone stagnant.
They have. I'll give you that 100%. Yeah,
like something is wrong with what they're doing.
Well, they need a new IP along the lines of where they've been, not like trying to get some sort of Call of Duty game going. Like Resistance is just this hollow feeling game. Like it just, I don't know. But
that's where I think Naughty Dog went right. They have this great humor to them, and they created a character like Nathan Drake that has this awesome humor. It has a great story to it.
Which they should have signed that guy to like a voice only for our games contract because he's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, he's in everything. But Insomniac, they tried to match like Call of Duty and Halo and all this other stuff. And I appreciate what they did, but these guys have like a great personality and humor to them. I want to see them come up with a new character and do something else, but not a shooter. Like, leave shooters to the companies who do shooters.
Yeah. Because people want to play shitty shooters. They don't want to play good shooters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But coming up with a new character is tough, and I understand that. But to leave the Ratchet series behind would just... I don't know. It would seem like a mistake to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, unless they move Ratchet onto, like, the PSP only.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see, I guess, but...
I have a question for Kyle.
Yeah?
Have you ever played a Ratchet and Clank game?
I have not.
Yeah,
have you ever played an Insomniac game?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever played a Naughty Dog game?
I don't know.
Have you ever played a Sucker Punch game?
I don't know.
Have you ever played a video game?
Yes, I have.
See, 1 out of 5 is not bad.
Kyle does not like the PlayStation.
It's not that I don't like the PlayStation. It's just I don't have one. Well, I don't have a PS3. I suppose I can get the Ratchet and Clank games for the PSP.
It would be a bad place to start. Put it that way.
Okay.
I never played them on the PSP. I didn't think that they were.
They're not that good.
Yeah.
It's like they made them for fans like me. There's like who can fight through the fact that it's not very good just to play it. I have nothing better to do. I'll play another Ratchet game.
I see.
Yeah, bad place to start.
So, anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I'm curious to hear about some of your happenings of late.
Oh my god, you both fail so bad.
What?
Nothing.
I want to hear about your medicine taking and pork aids that you had.
Yeah, I know.
What?
What?
All right. What?
Well, what?
So, like I said, I got sick, and during the time, like you would think I would play a lot of video games, but I didn't because the codeine always put me to sleep.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit, because I don't know how many fucking tweets and whatnots I've seen of you. It's like, man, it's 8 o'clock, I'm still up, I should go to bed.
I have not been in the mood to play video games lately. And two, what I do, every couple of months, I stop playing console games, and I spend time with my friends on the PC, who are PC only.
I have been playing Left 4 Dead, the first one, so I feel you there a little bit.
Well, yeah, so I'm disconnected from, like, the console world. Like, everybody's been playing Uncharted, and they keep telling me to come play with them, and I haven't. So, like, I've been spending time with the guys who play, like, WoW and Team Fortress 2.
Sure.
So, if you look at my Steam records for this week, in the last week, I've put 27 hours in Team Fortress 2.
Jesus Christ.
Like, if I knew you played some PC games, maybe I'll pick up a couple.
I play a lot of PC games.
Have you tried that Torchlight?
Do you have any fancy hats?
Ooh,
I
fancy.
have tried Torchlight. I downloaded Torchlight.
No,
I
hold
played
on.
it-
Answer the fancy hat question. Do you have any fancy hats?
What about a fancy hat?
For Team Fortress 2, do you have fancy hats?
I do.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I have
Continue.
I have the
No, I don't care about what hats you have. I just wanted to know if you had them.
Alright, well, I'll talk about Team Fortress 2 after. But I have downloaded Torchlight. I played it for maybe like 15 minutes, and then I got sick, and I just never went back to it.
I'm keeping myself from it, so I don't have time.
So you're saying that Torchlight gave you the swine flu?
I wouldn't even say I had the swine flu, but I was sick. I need to get back. Like, I have this... Everybody is right now doing every podcast is getting ready to do their top 5 and top 10 games of the year, right?
Yeah, you gave us ours.
Shit.
Like, well, see, I when I listened to it, I was like, nope, I want to change that one, I want to change that one, I want to change that one. So, but everybody's getting ready to do that for this year, and I still have this massive mound of games that I have to get to, right? Like, I just picked up God of War Collection. I haven't even touched that yet.
I haven't touched it either yet, so don't feel too bad. But, you've played those games, haven't you?
No.
You've never played a God of War?
Nope.
I've played God of War.
That's a fail hat for you. Even Kyle.
I know it is. But I
Wow.
never played them because I never thought that was my type of game.
It's not generally mine either, but they're pretty
fun.
awesome, yeah.
But I have
If not,
have them right here, and I just never touched them. I have a bunch of games to the Wii that I haven't played yet. So I'm like, maybe by the next episode we'll do like our top 5. But like, I'm not ready yet to really say like these are my definitive top 5 games of the year.
Right on.
And then like with what you guys did on the last episode, your top 5 downloadable games of 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have Pixel Junk Shooter coming out next week.
Yeah, but that was out of the blue, though. We can't, that's a asterisk for next year's list.
You're an asterisk on next year's list.
Yeah, I know. What about Mario on the Wii? Did you play that yet?
See, that's another one. I have yet to play New Super Mario Brothers.
I was all about it until I
Wow.
heard Pete go off about how fucking hard it is, and I don't know.
Mario games were hard.
No, not like this, I don't think. I've heard this across the board, that it's to the level where it's not even fun hard. Like, they had to put that we'll help you through the level option in, because it's ridiculous.
Let's not go down this path, because you know just what I'm going to say.
Super Mario Sunshine sucked balls.
Mega Man is gay?
Oh, I was going to say, well, that's because you guys have gotten spoiled by your new pussy gen games. and you forgot how to actually play video games.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, I play video games to have fun, and I'm not a sixth grader who has the entire weekend to not move. Like, I want to play shit that's fun. I don't want to play the same level 90 times over.
And I can respect that, but I hate the whole constant whining. This is too hard. Because that's what just makes people go, oh, okay, this is too hard. We have to dumb this game down because these people can't play it. Okay, so now we're just going to make a constant stream of guys that are going to come after you rather than challenging you.
You can blame this on trophies and achievements because I haven't talked a lot about it, but they don't make cheat codes anymore. When I was younger, I didn't ever really play the hard games. I just put in a cheat code.
I know. Where's my goddamn Game Shark?
There is no more cheat codes because of trophies and achievements, man. You can give me all the hard games you want, but give me a little way to get around that if I feel like it.
It does kind of irritate me, though. I did, if I get bored in a game, I used to love, loading up something in, Action Replay and just fucking tearing through somebody.
Yeah. Like, when I was a kid, I used to play, Wizards and Warriors on the NES, and, I finished that thing over weeks. But I would never put the time in on something like that again. Like that Demon Souls game. I have a pretty strong interest in it, but I know that I don't have the time to commit to something like that.
God, Demon Souls is so great, though.
I mean, if I lose my job and I'm poor and get that, then maybe. But no, it's not going to happen otherwise.
All right, so what was I talking about?
You were saying something about men, but I lost it.
All right, yeah. There's just too many games that I haven't played yet for me to say that these are the games that I think are the top this year.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to go back and finish more of Infamous.
I quit that game. You don't need to go back to that.
Yeah, well, okay, so on to Team Fortress 2. During this whole time of playing, what they did is they have achievements in that game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like most every game that you play now, everything has to have achievements, and I fucking hate it. But by doing the achievements in this game, you can unlock items for your characters. Like Kyle mentioned, the hats. And there's also new weapons and stuff, like a sniper can actually get...
bone saw.
Yeah, a sniper can get a bow and arrow.
Really?
And also a bottle of piss.
What?
And if you throw the piss on the other team, it'll...
It's Jarati.
Yeah, but it's a bottle of piss, Kyle.
I know.
And if they're covered in piss, then every shot that you get is a critical shot. It's a critical strike. And so that kind of helps you out there. Heavies can get a new big gun, boxing gloves and stuff. So there's just new items that you can get by actually playing and earning these achievements. So I've done that, and I got pretty much every item that you can get now for the classes that they have these available for. They haven't done every class yet, but I have the bow and arrow and all the cool stuff. So Team Fortress 2 is good. I like it.
I thought you didn't like it. When you first gave it a shot, you weren't a fan of it.
That's because I'm a Team Fortress
Yeah, I played the old ones.
Snob.
Is it getting back to kind of that feeling? Because when I played the new one, I was kind of let down, I have to say.
No, it really isn't. In fact, it's going further away.
Oh, man.
But you have to look at this as it has its own personality. Team Fortress is and always will be great. The original Quake mod.
Yeah.
But they had to take it somewhere and change it a little bit and make it its own beast. And that's what they've done, and I can respect them for that. This is the only game from Valve that I'll actually give props.
Wait a minute now. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say that?
Really?
What?
Were you just praising Valve?
Yeah, for one game
the
only.
Company you hated the most besides Silicon Knights?
And Square.
Well,
Remember a few episodes ago I turned on Square too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Because, they're a cock tease. They're like Froania.
No, she's no tease. Let me tell you that. The land of Froania.
She's all cock.
Yeah.
Froania. That's going to be great. I got to name this episode that. But, yeah, I mean, Valve did a good job on Team Fortress 2. I will give them props on that. The game is great. It plays great. I can't really complain about it. I absolutely love it.
Well, let me ask you this. Because, with the first one, you could kind of... Not having a group of friends, you could always jump in a random game and still have a good time. And it seems like with the new one, that if you weren't playing with people you knew, it was good luck. You're done.
No, I haven't had that problem at all. It actually works really well for me. Like, I've played with friends and I've played without friends, and it's all the same to me. The only complaint that I can have about the game is that they took out grenades, like from the original Team Fortress.
Well, I think that's just to even it out so everything's not all spammed.
Yeah.
But you still have like the demo man who launches like sticky bombs and stuff. But yeah, it's really good. Just watch the Steam deals, Bill, because they always have it really cheap.
Well, I don't have a problem buying it. Honestly, I don't. So if you would actually commit to a few times playing around, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I'll play anytime.
I think I have. Well, I guess I don't have the orange box on the PC, but yeah, I'll think about that.
I mean, another
that
game
could be
that
the
I
game
bought-
challenge. Challenge me to pick up Team Fortress, and we'll play.
Yeah, but what would I have to play?
KOTOR.
No.
That's a fair trade.
No. How can you say a single-player game versus a multiplayer game is a good trade?
Because it's the greatest single-player game in a long time.
No, it isn't. It's not Mega Man 3.
That's not a single-player game.
It's
Kyle,
platformer.
back me up.
That is God's punishment to mankind.
You need like 3 people working together. Yeah.
I can beat it.
Yeah, but you have like 4 thumbs or something, don't you?
Yeah, both your girlfriends love me.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But there's another PC game that I bought that I have not played yet, and I feel totally ashamed for buying this.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is it My Little Pony?
I'll give you guys each one guess.
I don't know.
It's My Little Pony, isn't it?
All right,
EVE
Kyle used up
Online?
his guess. What?
EVE Online?
No, I've played that though. All right, so it was Left 4 Dead 2.
You bought
Why are you
that?
disappointed?
I did buy it
Why is that embarrassing? I heard it's really fun.
because it's Left 4 Dead 1.
Well, I just bought Left 4 Dead 1 for $7.50, so I feel like a champ. But you just spent $60 for whatever I'm playing, right?
I didn't buy it for 60. Amazon had it for like 30 or something like that.
No, that's reasonable then. I don't think that's a bad buy.
But I only bought it because our good friend Chia Hippo is back on the land of land.
How long is he back for?
Quite a while, I believe.
Oh, good for him.
I've been talking to him about getting him on at some point too.
He got a droid too.
Yeah, fuck him.
It's the future, Josh.
So he and I were talking about, or me, him, and Thrillhouse 17 were talking about playing a game together because it's been a long time since we've sat down and done that. And they suggested Left 4 Dead 2 only because they know I hate Valve. But I'll do it for Chia. So I bought it, and we're planning on playing tomorrow.
Sweet.
In fact, they sent me an email to play last Sunday, but the whole time that I was sick, I never even checked my email, so I didn't even know. And then I still haven't even talked to them about that, so I kind of feel like a douchebag.
Well, if the shoe fits, man.
You're not on the show anymore.
I didn't think I would be after this one anyway.
But no, I kind of am looking forward to playing that. I did like Left 4 Dead 1 for about 5 minutes, so if I can get 5 minutes of fun out of it, I'm good.
Do you still have the first one on the PC?
Yes.
You should play with me, because I haven't got, I've just been playing single player, and that didn't really work out real well.
Let me ask Kyle a question.
Yeah.
Kyle, do I usually play with people who say, hey, you should come play with me?
No, it's a very, very long process of nagging and whining and threatening, and you're only guaranteed maybe one game every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, that's true. I've never played a game with him, so...
Yeah.
Although there was that one, like the 2 nights in a row where you played Carcassonne with me and Thrill.
Yeah, but that's only because I was beating you guys.
Yeah, and you didn't know how to fucking play. That drove me crazy.
How do you not know how to play that game? You just build roads and circle them together.
I had just gotten it,
Oh.
and I was beating them. It was great.
That should be your next podcast, is you and Kyle playing that and Kyle swearing at you.
Thought about doing that, actually.
Man.
We actually did do that one.
No,
once.
that's you and Keith were playing
Yeah,
Halo
you and
3.
Keith. And we had to use you as like a server because we couldn't directly connect to each other.
Yeah, because like at the time, my dad was having a triple bypass. So I said, I'm not going to be able to do the podcast. You guys need to come up with something and do it. And so they decided we're going to play a game while talking, which is I like that idea. if they can keep concentrated. But neither of them can connect to each other through Xbox Live. So I had to come back from the hospital early and act as a host for them while still not doing the podcast. Because I decided I didn't want to do it at that point. It was all messed up. And it just basically ended up being a news podcast, which we never released.
Yeah.
That's the last time I ever let Kyle plan a show.
Oh, wait, that's the infamous news show then.
No, that was way... Like, we used to do news many years back.
Here, I'll send you the infamous news.
I'll probably like it. I want a sequel, though.
It won't ever happen.
Yeah.
Because we don't read video game news anymore.
I know. I try to sucker you in here and there.
Glean all that information from fucking NPD numbers. From the NPD number website.
Yep. So, Assassin's Creed 2. I like it. It's a gorgeous game, just like you'd expect. The environment works really well with what you're trying to do, like climbing really large objects and everything, and it's really good. I didn't think that I would like the game based off of how the first one was. Bill, you played it, I believe, and the first one was really repetitive and boring.
Well, I didn't even get to where it was repetitive. It just had a lot of things that I didn't care for, and I didn't make it real far.
Right, like you keep saying that you want it to be more like Splinter Cell.
I really want to like it, but it doesn't lend itself to things that I want to play. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, so I didn't think I would like it because of the way the first one was, but they really listened to what people were complaining about with the first one, because there is so much to do. I spent literally 5 hours just doing random things in the first town that you start in. Like, they have assassination quests, fetch quests. You have to restore this town to its way it was years back by investing money into it. So now you have to go out and do assassination stuff. There is a lot to do. And on top of that, they have a thing called the assassin tombs, which is basically you go in there and it's a puzzle and a maze where you have to figure out, and when you get to the end of it, it's a tomb of a famous assassin, and you get an item out of that tomb, which once you collect them all, you can unlock Altair's tomb and use his armor from the previous game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty creative, though.
That's pretty cool. The problem that I found with that, especially coming from Uncharted 2, these tombs that you go through with the puzzles aren't really fluid in how you move and jump and do all these other things. So I can be standing on a little post and I'll accidentally push forward and it'll automatically jump for me.
Wait, there's not a jump button?
No, not really. Not at all.
Huh.
So there's many times where I've missed something because I didn't mean to push forward and I've fallen to my death. And especially coming off of Uncharted 2, where the environment was so fluid with how you moved around, this was really aggravating.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But you don't have to do these tombs things either. That's just another side thing that if you want to do it, do it. But I chose to do it because I'm a whore. But other than that, I cannot complain about this game. I really enjoy it. I think that if you even had a smidge of liking Assassin's Creed 1, you would absolutely love this game. And it's especially good because now you can doubly pierce people with your hidden blades because you have 2 of them now. I mean, who doesn't like walking up behind a guy on the top of a church and stabbing him twice in the neck and pushing him off?
Did they get rid of kind of the way you had to sneak around and all that bullshit?
They changed it. Now you can hire groups to come with you, or you can hire a group of prostitutes to distract guards.
That doesn't sound too bad.
No,
yeah, I saw some of those mechanics. They're pretty neat, especially having whores around. Not whores, but courtesans.
Yeah,
around.
It's pretty darn good when you're actually playing the main part of the game. But like I said, if you're doing some of the side stuff like the assassin tombs, it can get a little bit sketchy. Yeah, I'm in Venice right now, and one thing I did realize compared to the first town that you start in, everybody in Venice is a fucking asshole. Seriously, if you live in Venice...
I think that's pretty much stayed constant throughout these centuries.
That's pretty much what this is telling me. Everybody in Venice is a fucking douchebag. Like, there's pickpockets, there's people who are just coming up and yelling at me. It's crazy. And they have this one thing now where there's guys who will just run up in front of you and start playing music and asking for money while they're playing for you. And they won't get out of the way. So, like, if you strafe to the left, they'll follow you and keep playing music right in front of you. It's like, dude, get out of my way. Seriously, I'm trying to follow this guy so I can put a blade up his pooper. And he won't do it. But what's great is you can be, like, in the crowd, and that guy comes up and he's blocking your way. And then I just take out my hidden blade and stab him in the stomach, and nobody sees him fall over and die. But then it says, Enzio does not kill, innocent people or something like that. And I was like, I'm a fucking assassin. I'll kill anybody who gets in my way. But if you kill too many people, it's basically like a game over. Like, you get desynced from the world, and then you have to restart the mission that you were currently working on. So you can't kill too many innocents, which I really hate. I'm a fucking assassin. I just want to kill everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still on the fence, man.
That would be my complaint with it, really, was that I just can't kill everybody. But I guess for that, I should just go play Grand Theft Auto.
That's true.
Which will make Kyle mad.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Kyle loves Grand Theft Auto games.
I like Grand Theft Auto. I don't care.
They're so boring. You don't do anything in it.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I love Assassin's Creed. I think that people should definitely check it out. If you have GameFly, rent it. It can't hurt.
It's on my queue. It's still at the top. So when I finally send COD back, we'll give it a try.
Yeah. Kyle, you should rent it.
I might.
Maybe play a video game for once.
True.
Dude, I want to play video games so bad.
I mean, this whole starting section of the podcast was Kyle's fucking droid.
Whatever.
Which
you
is
were
good.
interested.
Yeah.
I was talking.
Which is good, and it's totally different for us, but it's just funny, It's like, welcome to Critical Strike. We talk about video games. So, the Motorola Droid.
It does suck that you're busy, man. It's because you could be playing Dragon Age, which is a really good game.
Oh, my God.
No.
I play that so bad.
No.
I played for 8 hours the day after Thanksgiving. It's so good.
Why didn't you talk about Dragon Age in your section?
Because I know you don't like
we already talked about
BioWare.
Dragon
It doesn't
Age.
matter.
I'm doing you a favor.
No, do you got something you want to say about it?
It's awesome. How's that?
Kyle, do you got any questions about Dragon Age?
I already asked my questions about Dragon Age.
Yep.
Maybe you should have listened to that podcast.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were on PSNerds. That's right. Okay. You know what? I edited that podcast and cut you out of it, Kyle. So I could just listen to Pete and Bill.
We're talking to no one.
Yeah. Bill's
Very
like, so
interesting.
Kyle, what did you think about that? 10 minutes later, I hear Pete go,
Oh, that was that one, wasn't it? I forgot about that.
So, yeah. Kyle, why don't you close this out?
All right. Well, we bring this episode to a close. What is this, episode 47?
Yeah, why don't you listen to the beginning of the episode?
Well, I can't listen to the beginning of the episode because I'm currently recording it.
Jackass.
Duh. God, such an idiot. But we had BillyBillBlack from the PSNerds Podcast as a special guest here.
PSNerds.com.
Hopefully I didn't wreck it too much.
No, I think you were a fine addition.
It was fun.
Yeah, we didn't even give you that much stuff about stalking your girlfriend on Google.
Oh, man. I'm going to add her after this.
Oh,
Sure you will.
I will be watching you always.
Yeah, all right. Let me go into what we were saying before the podcast. I've been using Google Latitude on my iPhone lately, and the Droid comes built in with Google Latitude, where it takes your GPS position and constantly updates it and shows your friends where you're at. And I told Kyle one day he's going to wake up and see Josh Bicknell is in Philadelphia. And then he's going to zoom into the map and see me that I'm next to his girlfriend.
Oh, it's funny.
Then you're going to check it, and you're just going to see me just flying down the Jersey Turnpike towards Philly.
I update the phone and I see Kyle's getting closer and closer.
You should slow down, Kyle.
And then he changes his picture to a gun.
No, it's just a knife, so when I finally meet you, it's the knife going into your chest.
Yeah, I see a picture of a dead Yeti.
And then it just cuts to you in the middle of like rural Pennsylvania where it's just your photo there forever until your phone dies. That's where you remain.
All right. So, you can find us on Twitter. We're Critical Strike. Also, I'm Nazaro on there, and Kyle is KR Dumond, and Billy is BillyBillBlack.
That's right.
The tweeters. We have an email, which is cstrikepodcast@gmail.com, and a voicemail number where you can reach us at 909-C-STRIKE or 909-278-7453.
I can't believe you know those numbers.
Yeah, how is that?
The website. Oh, good.
He's crazy.
It's crazy. So, any last words, folks?
No. Go
Kyle,
play Dragon Age.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What was that?
I was just telling him, go play Dragon Age.
No.
Oh, I will. I don't really have any last words. I just have to go cash this check from Verizon.
Right? Whoa, a snowplow just went up the road.
Yeah, I've seen 4 so far.
Wow. Fuck. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for Critical Strike 47. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
A good night.
Balls on your chin.
In your mouth.
Face.
See how defensive he gets? Like, I could say all these things about Froania probably and get away with it.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy. You can say whatever you want. Her name's Froania, for God's sake.
Yeah, I was about to say. I keep forgetting that's her real name and not some, like, terrible nickname.
She changed it after Lord of the Rings.
There's still people that call her Frodo or Froania. Like, it's 2 syllables.
Froania.
People can't get right.
I'm in Froania right now.
In the land of Froania.
I'd be more upset if I was called Frodo.
No, that's what we can name for your guys' Critical Strike fanfiction. The new territory of Canada will be Froania.
I'm deep in Froania right now.
Oh, I bet you are.
I'm going to send you that text later. I'm deep in Froania right now. The fields haven't been trimmed in
I'm going to get a message later while you're tagging her. I'm deep in Fronia. She's like, what are you doing? I'm sending Josh a message.
Don't worry about it. I just got to tweet this quick.
I'm wrist deep in Fronia.
Help me, Josh. I'm lost in Fronia.
I'll be right up. Load up your Google Attitude.
What episode are we on?
47.
49? No, we can't be on 47.
43. We just did 46, but we're on 43. Canadians apparently cannot count.
Wait, what?
No, if you were Asian.
Or Froanian.
No, we are on 47. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Hello and welcome. Motherfuck!
Let the power of Froania breathe inside
I'm just
you.
getting you back. I'm done. You can do the intro for real.
Fuck
now.
you, Kyle!
I just needed to get that off my chest because you kept freaking doing that to me the last time.
I need to get off my chest.
Oh, man.
Fucking murder you. Not cool.
Oh, God. You hear that? It sounds like a train wreck on its way.
Intro.
It's not the first time.
I know where you are, Josh. I've seen you.
I literally know where you are.
I know where you live.